Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, classmates. I am Jordan Estihada, and I am one of the reporter for today. And my topic would be the continuation of Miss Teresa Persiga's topics. That would be remedial vocabulary instruction. So the third one would be subjective approach to vocabulary, or SAV. SAV builds on experiences and knowledge students have already acquired. Students use personal experiences or association to build strong memory and meaning of a new vocabulary word, a guided talk through. This one, it actually leads by the teacher to help students become better strategic reader and make connection between each word and their personal experience. That can this could be one of the rule of our teacher. So I have here the procedures for the teachers on how to do it. So procedure number 1. Teacher selects 2 to 4 words for pre-teaching from the reading section. So this one, the teacher should have a book or material or even a newspaper that will do, and the teacher will select 2 to 4 word that is unfamiliar to the students. And this would be the next step. Teacher explains and talks about the conventional meaning of each word and writes definition on the board. So since this is unfamiliar to the students, teacher will give the meaning or the definition of this word. Procedure number 3. Teacher asks class, what does this word remind you of? If this is the first time that the teacher has used this approach, ask, it will be easier for you to learn and remember this new word if you can think of some personal or mental pictures or experiences that you can connect it with. So if the teacher already selected a word, let's say it's occupation, so the teacher will ask the students, if when it comes to occupation, what is the picture that comes to the mind of the students? Because by that way, students can easily remember that particular word, that particular unfamiliar word, if they have something that they can use to remember that word. So procedure number 4. Students record the word and the association made, either their own or another students. So since to be continued with the procedure number 3. So since the students have already an idea of what are the pictures that can make them remember that particular word, they will also record the other or the opinions or the answers of their classmates of what are those things that can make their classmates to remember that particular word also. Procedure number 5. Teacher asks, now that you have a dictionary definition and first reaction or association, what's new association or meanings do you have for this term? So since all the students collected the informations or even the thoughts of their other classmates about the meaning or a definition of that word, this time, teacher will ask the students, according to the informations that you have gathered, what do you think the definition of the word that I gave to you? This is how the procedure number 5 works. So this one, the students might think that what would really the meaning of that word, of that particular word. So procedure number 6. Class reads the selection, the word were taken from the and compiles a list of word they need definitions for. They begin with process again with a new word. So this time on this procedure number 6, teacher can also make the students go in front and read their answers in front of the classmates, share their answers in front of their classmates, like on that word, according to the informations that you have that you have gathered, what do you think the meaning or the definition of that unfamiliar word? So this time, students will share their answer on the class. And once they have shared it, of course, teacher will actually corrected the students' definition provided if that's really correct, and if not, teacher will give the correct meaning. And of course, students should take note of it since this is unfamiliar to the students. This way, I hope the students can make this word familiar already. Since the teacher already provided the meaning and the definition, actually, it's a form of activity so that the students can really remember this word. All right. Next would be topic number 4, the motor imaging. But before we continue, just a very quick summary or a very quick recap. The purpose of topic number 3, or the subjective approach to vocabulary, is giving an idea to the teacher of how can the teacher give the meaning of the unfamiliar words for the students, or give another word for the students to add it to their vocabulary. So that is the purpose of the subjective approach to vocabulary. It gives an idea to the teachers, but I'm pretty sure that the teacher already know they have their own way on giving the additional vocabulary to their students. But this is just one of the way. So topic number 4, motor imaging. It appears that even the highest form of vocabulary and concept learning have psychomotor foundations or equivalents. Hence, motor movements associated with certain stimuli can become interiorized as a symbolic meaning. Piaget 1963 and Manzo 1993. There are 3 considerable advantages to knowing this where recommendation is concerned. So first is since physical, sensory, or proprioceptive learning can be interiorized, they also can be self-stimulating, and as such, they are easier to rehearse and recall with the slightest mental reminder as well as from external stimulation. So from this one, because of physical, sensory, or perceptive learning can be interiorized, it can also be self-stimulating, making it simpler to rehearse and recall with just a thought as well as from external simulation. Second would be proprioceptive learning is so basic to human learning that is common to all learners, fast and low, and hence ideal to heterogeneously grouped classes. So this one learning is so fundamental to human learning that is shared by all learners, both quick and slow, making it perfect for mixed ability classes. The third one would be the act of identifying and acting out a word becomes a life experience in itself with the word. A value that Frederick Doppelmayr 1980 and Manzo 1993 demonstrated when he successfully taught youngsters words via the experiential approach. So this one, the act of identifying and acting out the word becomes a living experience in and of itself with the word a virtue that Frederick Doppelmayr 1980 illustrated. So these are the procedures again. I do have also the procedures and on this topic. So procedure number 1, take a difficult word from text, write it on the blackboard, pronounce it, and tell what it means. So procedure number 1 is for the first topic earlier, the teacher just pick the word that she think or the teacher thinks that really unfamiliar to the students. But this time, teacher selected a difficult word and also letting the students first pronounce it, and if the teacher is found it has a wrong pronunciation with the students, of course, teacher will give the correct pronunciation. So, second procedure, ask students to imagine a simple pantomime for the word meaning. How could you show someone that this word means just your hand or gesture? Anyway, pantomime means expressing meaning through gestures accompanied by music. So this one, this is um, really helpful also to the students if during this discussion the teacher will bring a speaker, because this can also be used on this topic, because um, if the students will actually show them using the hand gesture the thing that the students wanted to rely on the other classmates using the gestures, it also combined with the music, and it be more than helpful if there is music, because example, the students relying to the classmates sad, so it can be a facial expression if the students will express it using her face that she is sad with the combination of sad music. That's how it works. So procedure number 3. Tell students that when you give a signal, they will do the gesture pantomimes simultaneously. So this time, you will prompt a difficult word in front of them, and then you will let them um, explain it using the gestures only. And when you give a signal, that's the time that the students will start their hand gestures, their face gestures, to let them explain of, or to let them show of what are their understanding of that one. And of course, it combines with the music. Procedure number 4. Select the most common pantomime observed. Demonstrate it all to the students, saying the word while doing the pantomime. So, of course, since the teacher are observing the students while they are doing the gestures, teachers can notice of who is the great hand gestures performer on the class. So the teacher will select that students and let that students be an example in front of the class of how that students do the gestures, just to rely to the viewer of how or what is really what they really wanted to rely to the viewers. Procedure number 5. Repeat each new word, this time directing the class to do the pantomime while saying the brief meaning of a simple synonym. So this time, since they already do the gestures, they already guess of what that's really what is the person in front wanted to rely. This time, will also give the meaning of that word. Procedure number 6, let the students encounter the word in the assigned reading materials. So, another cycle again. This time, the students will be the one who will pick the difficult word and let them know what's the meaning of it. Procedure number 7, try to use the pantomime casually whenever the word is used for a short time thereafter. So this time, the application this should show the application of the students of what they have learned, if of what are the words that they pick, and they will also show it to the class. Like they will casually perform it, and that would be it. Thank you for listening, and good afternoon once again.